Now, the 73-year-old Benjamin Netanyahu was sworn in as Israel's new prime minister. Netanyahu has already unveiled his right-wing government's policy priorities. Our correspondent in Israel, Jody Cohen, was joined by former member of the Knesset, MK Lipman, who shared his views on the current government formation. Listen in.
So the two major concerns with the new coalition government's policies appear to be LGBTQ rights and also about potential annexation plans for the West Bank. As somebody who was a member of Knesset for Yesh Atid, how do you see those playing out?
This is another area where I feel that there's been a lot of statements, a lot of rhetoric, a lot of noise, a lot of electioneering. But when it's all said and done in practice, I don't think any massive changes will take place. Netanyahu and Likud are known as a liberal party in the right wing. They're the 32 seats. They're not going to allow any major changes to take place, and they'll make sure that all of that rhetoric is toned down. On the issue of the settlements, there might be some more activity than there's been in the past in terms of settlement activity, but in terms of any massive move of annexation and things like that, again, I don't see Netanyahu allowing this government to be pulled in that direction. He will make sure that he's the prime minister, and his Likud party will ensure that things will remain moderate as they've been in the past.
There's been talk in the coalition agreements about potentially having a panel to re-examine criteria for immigration to Israel. As somebody who runs an immigration organization, what do you think is going to happen on that front?
There definitely are elements in the new government that want to see changes made to some of the immigration criteria. I think that Netanyahu in general is coming from a place of, I don't want to really rock the boat and change anything too much. I want to secure strong Israel. Iran is very much his priority. So on these types of issues, I think he's going to find some kind of a way not to make any significant changes. So he'll have to try to pacify coalition partners and make sure that they're satisfied in other areas, but changing something significant like the criteria for citizenship in Israel and immigration in Israel, I don't see any massive changes taking place.
If you don't believe that Netanyahu ultimately will go for annexation, he won't make amendments to anti-discrimination laws, how do you feel that he will keep some of his coalition partners happy?
It's so important for people around the world to know that the reason why this government was put in its current structure is because Israelis felt insecure in the streets of Israel, and they very much supported parties that were talking about stronger police, stronger security in the streets of Israel, and that's where I believe he will allow the coalition partners, for example, the new National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, to be able to exercise some of his power, not in a way which will in any way hurt innocent people, but to make sure that Israel, in a stronger way than it has in the past, goes after terrorists and makes sure that there's security, even within the Arab cities and villages where there's unfortunately a lot of crime, to go in there and help the Arab population in Israel as well. That is the area where I do believe you will see different policies to be able to strengthen the feeling of security within Israel.
Thank you.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.